So we've done it. England are through to Euro 2024 finally. A 3-1 back-to-back victory against Italy at Wembley. A brilliant performance. We'll get onto that in a moment. England, we're there. We're qualified. Get booking your tickets. So last night, England, of course, met Italy at Wembley Stadium, knowing that a victory would guarantee them not only top of the group, but qualification to the Euros as well. And England, in the end last night, were pretty good, weren't they? It was quite a tight game, actually. Italy did take the lead, of course, and I felt that Italy looked threatening, arguably more threatening than England going forward in that first half, but eventually England's quality just shone through. Of course, we cannot carry on this conversation without talking about Jude Bellingham and Harry Kane. These two players are absolutely indispensable to Gareth Southgate. Even though Bellingham, rightly so, Bellingham is getting all the plaudits. There was talk on the radio last night that is Jude Bellingham the best player in the world at the moment. I'm not going to make that call, but I'll leave you guys to decide that. He's certainly up there. But I think Harry Kane in particular is even more important for this England team because without him, the gap, the replacements for Harry Kane just are nowhere near his level. He is rightly at the moment one of the best strikers in world football, and what he offers up front is holding play, is passing, is dribbling, is finishing. Not a single England striker comes anywhere close to that, and I think if we lose Harry Kane, we have to look at a different style of play. I think if Jude Bellingham goes out, although he is a massive loss, him and Kane at the minute are our best players. You can still see players that would come in, probably not do as good a job as what Bellingham would do, but you've got the likes of Rashford could go central, Foden could go central, Maddison could go central. With Harry Kane up front, there's just no replacement at all. This is how the group currently looks then following England's victory last night. England are now top with 5 wins from 6 games. Ukraine are second on 13 points, 3 points behind England's, but they have played a game more. Italy are in third currently, but have played a game less than Ukraine and still have to play Ukraine, so they still have a chance of going through automatically. North Macedonia in 4th and Malta obviously bigging up the group in 5th. Spalletti did come out last night and say that he felt Italy were quite unlucky by the 3-1 scoreline. I would partially agree. I think England, in the end, the quality shone through, but I think Italy gave a good account of themselves last night, and if they play anything like that against Ukraine and North Macedonia, I think they'll be okay. Last night's match, though, also had further repercussions moving in to Euro 2024. As we all know, teams will be seeded for the draw once the final groups are made up, and there needs to be 6 top seeds, and that is actually decided not necessarily by FIFA rankings, but by the way we qualify from this qualification campaign. Germany, of course, will be a top seed, but then it's essentially up for grabs for anybody else, and it depends on how many victories you've had in the qualification campaign. And last night's victory more or less guarantees that England will be a top seed for the European draw, which will be so important, as we know, to aim to avoid any groups of death. We Global Football actually have produced a predictions forecast, and this is obviously only a prediction, but it's a pretty good one given the fact that the groups are coming towards the end now. As you can see, the 4 pots at the moment are likely to be divided in this way. Germany, of course, as hosts, Portugal having won all of their qualification games, France the same, England, Belgium and Spain will go in pot 1 as the best qualifiers from the qualification campaign. Pot 2 is likely to then be Hungary, Denmark, Albania, Turkey, Switzerland and Scotland, so England could draw Scotland yet again at a Euros. Pot 3 is Austria, Netherlands, Slovenia, Serbia, Croatia and the Czech Republic. Obviously some tough teams potentially in that third pot. The Netherlands and Croatia really stand out. And in pot 4 you may have Italy, Slovakia, Israel and then the 3 playoff winners. So looking at that, there is potential at the minute, if those projections go forward, that you could have a real group of death at this tournament. Any team from pot 1, followed by maybe a Switzerland or a Denmark in pot 2, Croatia or Netherlands from pot 3, and then in Italy in pot 4. I mean, there could be a real stinker of a group that you would want to avoid. But on the whole, being seeded in pot 1 gives you statistically a better chance of having an easy easier group. And that is what England have given themselves the opportunity of doing so as a result of last night's victory. We of course still have North Macedonia and Malta to play. You would assume England will get victories against those two teams, which is why we are currently at about 95% predicted to be in pot one. But it's great that England have qualified with 2 games to spare, but not only that, it is with a squad to spare. And what I mean is that the next time Southgate picks his squad, one of those games isn't going to be guaranteeing any sort of qualification. That's already decided. So will he choose opportunity to look at a completely different new squad, or at the very least it gives him an opportunity to experiment in those final 2 games, and that can only be a good thing. Following last night's victory, of course, the hype train is in full motion. A lot of fans are predicting that this will really be, because of Jude Bellingham and Harry Kane, England's most realistic opportunity in a generation to win a tournament and to finally win the Euros. And I do back that. I believe England and France are going to be the 2 teams to beat at the Euros. You could potentially push Portugal into that conversation given the fact that they've qualified very well. But England are certainly, without a shadow of doubt, going to be one of the top 3 favourites to win that trophy next year. Can we finally go that one step further and win it? I think if we keep our players fit, absolutely. I am currently running a poll on my YouTube channel, as you can see here, very early on, so please go and vote on that. Pretty even early on at the minute, as you can see from there. But let me know your thoughts in the comments below. What a night for England. Back-to-back victories. Our first back-to-back victories against Italy since the 1940s. And half of all of England's victories against Italy in all of time have come in the year 2023 alone. What a year it's been. What a qualification campaign it's been. It is job done for England. Now it's over to the tournament. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all on my next video.